YouTube world, what's going on, man? Our guys, it's been a long time coming. We're gonna do some clipper and comb today. Zero in close. I've been working at a local barber college, actually the former school I went to, helping some of the kids out. The customer here has already been lined up, and what we're gonna do now is just use our combs. Only the clipper. I got a wall singer here, and just show you how you can use that instead of the actual guards or comb attachments. For example, here's a comb attachment. Okay, here's a comb. This was in existence before this was, right? I'm sure we all can agree with that. So I'm going to place this here, just right up underneath the hair, or right up underneath the beard, and in an open 5 position, just casually going over there is going to help us cut that down just like it would using a guard, right? Okay, if we're tapering, we're going to use that same guard here. May close it a tad bit. Catch it here. Okay, so that comb is going to allow us to blend that whole side of the beard in. Just clipper and comb. Safe and sorry, I got the lever all the way back opposed to on a fine clipper here. So we're going to go coarse clipper here or open 5, and we're just going to catch the edges. See how nice that blends that in? Okay, now we've done the beard. Now going into the top of the client's taper, which here's a couple reference points. The top of this C shape. Of course, we've already put a clipper line in there when they come back later and touch it with the razor. And the top of his ear. So this line here, top of the ear, let's make that a rule of thumb. You don't want the taper to sit any higher than that traditionally. Now there's a lot of different things you can do on more creative haircuts, but that should answer some of the questions some of you guys may have had. How high do you come on a taper? Let's just say rule of thumb, no higher than where the ear meets up with the top of the C shape on the front lineup. Okay. Another thing is just angles. We're going to take our comb and bend the comb back about 45-degree angle and catch the excess. If you look close, I know some barbers that'll sell that taper that way. That means that they hadn't really taken the time to develop their taper skills or are a little intimidated getting up in there. And that's what we want to do, is try to take some of that fear away and motivate you guys to actually feel free to dig in. So for example, I'm going to go open 5 position, cut it down first just to kind of clear myself a path, so to speak. And now I'm going to, with an open clipper, I'm going to come in right about here, equivalent to those reference points we just talked about, all right? Now, what you're going to see is a faint line there. That line is only going to come out if we angle either our guards or our comb in the right way as we cut over that line. So I'm going to trade from this comb. Longer teeth or longer tooth comb should be used on longer hair, and then your smaller tooth comb or your barber taper comb, you see how the teeth kind of taper down or get smaller and smaller as the comb goes. So we use this one. That will be used almost as the first or longer guard. The next thing we're going to use the wide end of our barber taper comb. If there are any curls in there, you want to comb or brush those out. And I'm just going to take the tip of my comb and get underneath there and fold the hair back and just catch the edges. All right. You can see just those few swipes there helps the taper start to come into play the way we're looking for, right? Okay, now I'm going to use my small end. This will help us get any of the hair that's growing a little closer. And here's a move that I've been using over the last couple of years. Fold the ear back, and I'm going to close my clipper on fine clipper. I'm going to shape around the ear, and while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and shape the top, or just graze over the top part of my taper. Okay, see how that helps to fall in? Now if you step back, you will see some dark spots in the middle. Make sure you comb or brush any of those areas out, because it could just be a curl that's kind of hiding up in there.